Hey everybody, this video is on my San Diego Comic-Con 2015. I talk about what I did and things I bought and one of those kind of videos. And I already have uploaded my Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice video about that new movie that's coming out. I uploaded the panel. I was able to squeeze into that panel. I also uploaded a video of the exhibit hall and all the displays and things being for sale and everything. I uploaded one of those kind of videos. Another video I did was of the party, the masquerade party, where it shows the contest thing going on and then people dancing and having a good time. I uploaded that one. But of course, these videos, I don't know if they'll pop up in certain countries, because certain countries will only allow certain videos being shown or something. I don't know how that works, but but just check it out anyway. So yeah, it was a good Comic-Con. Starfleet Cup, Captain's Cup. But it was a fun San Diego Comic-Con. It's never as special, as it was that first year. When I went to the first one back in 2009, I've been to 7 in a row. When I went to that first one in 2009, it's like, I can't believe I made it here. I can't believe it. I've always tried to get here. It's such a big deal. I can't believe it. And it was fun. It was absolutely fun and everything, because you just, you're blown away by everything. Like the exhibit hall. When I went into the exhibit hall the first time, I got kind of claustrophobic because it was so many people. But now I'm used to it, and the 7th time it doesn't feel as special as it did the first time. But I still like going there anyway, and I really enjoyed it. And so I'm going to share with some of the things that I got there. As you can see, I'm wearing my San Diego Comic-Con T-shirt that I've gotten a few years ago, or back when I first went to it. I have a couple of these kind of shirts. I have a large and extra large because I can fit in both. But anyways, I got a newer one. This is like their newer ones. See that? It's got like a bird right there reading a comic book, and that's actually how the logo looks. But it's a really nice shirt. I got that one. I'll wear that in the future. And then there's another Comic-Con one. Gotta open it out of the bag. This one is kind of similar to the other one. I guess that bird is supposed to be some kind of mascot or something. You can see it right there. And I think that bird is supposed to be some kind of Comic-Con mascot or something, because he's on a lot of the shirts and logos at the convention. And then this one of my favorite ones. It's a Flash one. They have all kinds of different Comic-Con ones to choose from. And here's one that's with the Flash on it. And you can see there, if you look closely, it says Comic-Con. And it has a Flash on it. And I thought this was super neat, so I wanted this one as well. So it's an extra large. I usually take a large too. And then when I was there, I went to this, they had this T-shirt place there, where they sell, sweatshirts, T-shirts, stuff like that. And I bought a Superman hoodie. It's pretty cool. It's a Superman hoodie, as you can see right there. And the zipper, it comes down. So it opens up like that. And I don't know if it's kind of cheesy or not, but this part of it, it's got the red trunks. You see that? I mean, they're not really red trunks. It's just on the bottom part of it with the yellow belt. But they had other ones, but it had Superman's head on the hood, and I thought that was kind of cheesy. But I've always wanted a hoodie, a Superman hoodie with the hood on it. I've always wanted one of these, so I got one now. And yeah, one of the things I wanted to mention was I got one of these. Remember that Superman hoodie I was telling you about? Well, when you spend $60 or more at that booth where they sell the T-shirts and that big area where they sell the T-shirts and sweaters, they give you a free Star Wars bag. You know, on one side is the first trilogy, and then on the other side of the bag is the prequel trilogy. You can see it right there. And it's a big bag. It may have a plastic paper material kind of thing. So, you know, but it came in handy because it helped me bring my stuff home. A lot of my stuff. Because they give you these ones right here at the door, which has the just the straps on it. And you can wear it as a backpack, and they have different ones that have different stuff having to do with different shows and stuff like that, and movies. You know, and so that, you know, those came in handy, you know. So, yeah, you know, it was, you know, so it was a pretty good convention. It really was. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so now next thing up is this one. I've been trying to find this everywhere. It's the Flash, the new Flash, you know, the new TV series that's going on right now. And, you know, it's like a dark red color. But I've been looking for this figure, you know, because I do collect a lot of things. He's got changeable hands. Then they also have the arrow, too. If you can see him on there, the arrow. So, yeah, I've been looking for the TV version of the Flash, and finally I've got him. So that's great. I also got this one. It's a Batman. You know, they call these the new 52 looks of the. That's what they just call it, the 52 look. And this is a Batman one. And the reason why I wanted to get this one is because it has that same look as, you know, the new the Batman versus Superman movie that's coming out next year. I think this suit looks very, very much like what Ben Affleck's going to wear in the movie. At least one of the costumes he's going to wear. So I thought that was a pretty neat item to have. And then speaking of figures, I've got a lot of them here. Speaking of Batman, I'll get to the other ones in a second. This is the Batman that's based on Arkham Knight video game, which I have, by the way. And it's actually what they call a bendy. It's got like a, you know, it's made out of rubber. It's got a wire inside the legs and the head. So you can flex it and bend it and pose it. It's kind of one of those kind of deals, a rubber figure with a wire through it, so you can bend legs and arms. So it's one of those kind of deals. And then, speaking of the figures that I was talking about, there's this company called there's this company called Reaction, and I think they're part of another company called Funko or whatever. And they have a license with a lot of movies and TV shows and stuff like that. And I got these. They're kind of expensive, $15, but they're made like the figures from the 70s, you know, where there's like 5 points of articulation, like the arms and legs bend and the head moves. That's about it. But they're like the old Kenner figures or something. But anyways, I bought some Jaws ones. And there's this one right here. That's Hooper, you know, the ocean biologist. And then this one is the Brody, Chief Brody. Remember him? I think we're going to need a bigger boat. You know, and they have, you know, and they have, the other figure they have is, you see on there in the back, they also have Quint, the guy that got chomped up in the end of the movie. And then, of course, the shark. There's a 10-inch shark they sell with it. But. So I got those because I love Jaws. And then they have these Star Trek ones out, too, that I think are pretty nice. This one is Vina, the Orion slave girl that was in the episode The Cage and the Menagerie. So that I got that one. Then there's Gorn. Was an episode where he fights Kirk. I forgot the name of that episode. But yeah, that was that's a pretty cool looking one. And then I got McCoy and Dr. McCoy. The heads though look a bit big on these, but actually here's the rest of them. I got the rest of them. I got the rest of them as part of my collection. There's all of them. Just to show you those right there. And then what next? Oh yeah, another collectible I got. Well, you know how I'm always collecting those Migos, those Migo figures, or those 8-inch figures from the 70s, those remakes. Well, I picked up the Penguin to add to my collection, so that's pretty cool. The Penguin. And then the I think that's it right there. And then I bought this one right here. This is a B9 robot from Lost in Space, and it's one of those kind of novelty things that you put up on your shelf or a bookcase or on the desk. It doesn't move or anything. It lights up and makes sounds, and he talks. And this is made by Diamond Select. And right now it's on the what do you call it? The demo mode. It's on the demo mode. So if you push the button right here.
Danger, danger, Will Robinson. Danger, danger, Will Robinson.
But he says more than that. There's other things that he says. You can see right there on the side of the box. There's all these different things he says and sentences and stuff. But it's on the demo mode, so he's only going to say one thing while he's inside the package. But I thought these were cool. These were selling like hotcakes. Over by Diamond Select, they had a pyramid of these, and there was another guy who was selling them too. And then by convention's end, they ran out of these. People were buying these left and right. They're good novelty collectibles. That's why I buy these things, for collectibles. Reasons, value, maybe they'll be worth something someday. A lot of people buy that stuff. A lot of people go to those conventions and buy all that stuff and then put it up on eBay and sell it for a couple of dollars more. But they're fun to have. It's fun to collect, and someday I'll have all this stuff displayed up. But yeah, Comic-Con was really a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed going to the that panel with Superman, Batman, Dawn of Justice. I barely squeaked in there, and what happened was, and I kind of felt guilty about it, because there was people waiting in line for that panel that were camping out at night, while I was at my hotel room. Woke up in the morning to go down there to see if I can get in, and so the guy down there told me you have to have a ribbon they put on your wrist for you to get in there. And so I was able to get a ribbon on my wrist, and a woman puts me in line, like right in the middle of the long line, and I'm like thinking, why didn't they put me in the back of the line? Because this is, they gave me a shortcut here. And I heard people talking behind me, in front of me, sounding pissed, saying, why are they letting these people, because it wasn't just me, they're like saying, why are they letting these other people get good positions in line who get a ribbon? I mean, what's going on? So I just kept my mouth shut. I didn't want to start anything. I was just happy to be able to get in, and we all got in. Everybody in the line was able to get in anyway. I wanted to go to the Star Wars one, Force Awakens. I waited in line for that. Couldn't get in. It was, that was one of the ones I wanted to go to, but because there was two major panels I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Then I wanted to go to Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. Those were the two major ones. But I couldn't make it in to the Star Wars one, so I said, well, tomorrow morning I'm getting up early and I'm coming down here and I'm going to get into that Batman vs. Dawn of Justice movie, Batman vs. Superman, because that's one of that's one of the most anticipated movies for me next year. Not only the Star Wars movie that's coming out around Christmas time, but next year, Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice. So I was glad to get in there and see that. Um, and like I said, everything was pretty fun about this convention. I don't know how many of these I can go to. It's interesting though. There's been talk that in San Diego Comic-Con they still have a release, or releasing that building out and having that event in the city. They have 2 more years on that contract, and when that lease is up, they may have to find another city to move to. One of the rumors was Anaheim. Another one was Los Angeles. Another was talk of Las Vegas. But let's face it. If San Diego Comic-Con moves out into another city, San Diego eventually is going to get another new convention, because a lot of cities now have their own comic book convention. So eventually, San Diego would get another one, and people would refer to it as San Diego Comic-Con, right? So I hope they don't move out of San Diego. I really enjoy it down there. I love the weather. Up here in Oregon, it's been in the 90s. During the time I was down there, it was like in the mid 70s. I get off that train and I feel that sea breeze, and I'm like, oh God, this feels nice. Because up there, up here in Oregon, it's been like in the 90s, 96 degrees, 98 degrees. This weekend, this Saturday, today, it's 100 degrees. But I think next week it's supposed to cool down. But yeah, San Diego, I love going there. That's one of the things that's so nice about it, is the cooler weather and being able to get rest and enjoy yourself. But anyways, I don't want to take up too many of your time. So that's all I want to say, and everybody, take care.